As promised, we are here to review frame by frame Dance Party. What's going on? Now, a lot of casual fans watch Star Wars and don't really sometimes know what they're watching. So we're here to go over this new trailer. And what did you see? Well, all my fears and everything that I've said about this film early is panning out exactly how I said it was going to be. Exactly. Nothing has changed. What you see here is Kylo Ren looking out, and while they're designing, it's like their infrastructure warehouse. Just like in Empire, once the general was taken out of power, Darth Vader in Empire was put in charge of all the fleets. He was the main general that controlled it all in Empire. Kylo Ren seems like he's going to be running it all, because like I said previously, Hux gets killed in this film, as he is not in this trailer. I believe he gets killed early on. As soon as he brings Kylo Ren back, General Hux would probably be removed of power or destroyed by Supreme Leader Snoke. Well, he might be. But as you can see from this new images that we're seeing, these are not AT-ATs. These are a new adaptation of AT-ATs that they move like almost like gorillas. As you can see, their hind legs are in a position they're a more modified version of an AT-AT. The way they walk on their fists. And what this looks like is the Battle of Crate. And all of these things you can find in the Star Wars books. And it's a massive battle on Crate. Hold on just a moment. I'm going to share this with the Royal. Don't leave. Now, told you don't go anywhere and you did. Well, Star Wars is known for its misdirection. They love to be tricky and show you something that's not there. As you remember from The Force Awakens, you guys all thought it was going to be Finn as the Jedi in the film, when I completely told you it was not. And that Rey would be that light. She would be that beacon. She was going to be the one. Now, as we move right along, I don't want to get flagged for anything, so I'll take things up. As you can see, just like if you haven't been paying attention to signs, they've been showing on TBS in episode 3 a lot. Revenge of the Sith. Because Revenge of the Sith shows you a lot of details in comparison as you see the armies being led by Kylo Ren. No, this is not the last movie. There's a trilogy in place. Episodes 7, 8, and 9. This is the second act. It is the first Star Wars film to take place immediately after the conflict. As in other Star Wars films, we've always seen time pass. Some has been years, some have been months. But time has passed. How you doing, Mr. Hectic? Well, we're going to see. It's, like I said, it could be misdirection. Star Wars is known for its misdirection. And we hear Snoke's voice in the beginning. We hear Supreme Leader Snoke's voice in the beginning. As he seems as if he's talking to Kylo Ren. Do not be 100% sure he's talking to Kylo Ren. When he's saying, when I found you, you were, I sensed something even more. It might be about Kylo Ren, but do not assume it is. He could be talking to Rey. While they're showing you these images of Kylo Ren, he could be having this conversation with Rey. See, all of these things are going to come to the, it's going to come up to the top. They're going to rise up like cream. But they've been showing you episode 3. Oh, there are already thousands of videos of people breaking down the trailer. They were doing it consistently. I just wanted to do it live so that Star Wars fans could ask questions as we go along. Now, when you go back and listen to it again, you might question now, and like I said, just question some of the things that you see and hear. Because he might not be talking or speaking to Kylo Ren. He might be speaking to Rey. Why would you say that? Star Wars is bigger than it's ever been right now. Do you realize tickets sold out last night? Your boy right here has tickets to a very special Star Wars event that's only going to be shown in certain locations. And it's an extra 1 hour special occasion. So I'm very proud of that. Well, they showed Octu where Luke is, and they show when Rey hands the lightsaber actually to Luke and gives it to his metal hand. Yeah, well, we'll Sith-like powers. She just has a lot of raw energy and force, which, as Luke said, this is what scares me. See, when she meets Luke, Luke is like a hermit. And that's a cool shot right there, her stopping right before she hits the rock as he's training her. He doesn't really want to train her at all. She kind of like imposes her will and her positive energy and her childlike wonder into Luke. And she's practicing so hard that she cracks the concrete, and it surprises Luke. As she makes things float. And it's so hard that Luke is like, look, I done seen this before. It didn't scare me then, like it should have. But oh, it's scaring me now. Luke is not wanting to see this, because now it's something else coming. And he's like, oh no, I done seen this show before. I know where this leads. This is going to lead to the dark side, and I want out. Then you kind of see what happened to Luke when his temple was burnt down, as he breaks through the rummage with his hand and he finds R2, and he watched the rest of the Jedi temple that's burnt down, where he lost all his students and seemed like his hope. Well, a lot of people have stated that. So you are definitely welcome to your own opinion. Well, Kylo Ren feels like there's no need to have this mask anymore. What is he hiding from? So early on, when he gets back, he sees this mask. He sees what happens and him feeling like it's a reminder of the past. So he takes that helmet and crushes it in two. That's the thing. You don't know. You assume, you just don't know. Yeah, I came here to give you guys the opportunity that wasn't given or granted to everybody that was on Screen Thing. We went live on Screen Thing. I'll put the link at the end of this. General Hux is the commander that was in the first one. As in the last, his father was a general in Return of the Jedi. I like Kylo Ren's ship. It's very similar to Darth Vader's ship. Has a lot of similarities to how Vader's ship was. And his force abilities make him a great pilot. Helps out with his reflexes. As it looks like Kylo Ren is leading the attack on his mother's ship. As we see Leia, it looks like she's using the Force, and she could sense, rest in peace Carrie Fisher in her last performance, it looks like she could sense Kylo Ren's presence. She could sense her son's presence coming towards her. And if she could sense him, he could sense her. But no matter what we're seeing here, these might be from two different scenes. Well, I'm quite assuming that she might. As he's fighting with himself because he knows it's his mother. He did already took out his father. Now is the time to take out the mom. As his logic is getting rid of the past helps you become who you are. As you can see, he's got some type of healing thing on his face and neck. No, that's like a band-aid. Because he was sliced in the first one right across the face where she could have killed him, but she didn't. She let him live, and now here he is wreaking havoc. And I mean, he's right back. Not wasting any time. And there's the little thing we see that everybody's going to buy, the little lovable toy that makes that little sound that the little kids are going to want. So there's your Jar Jar Binks. Yep, little porgs. Everybody's like, oh, I want a porg. I don't care less about that porg. Look like some off Pokemon or something. I don't care less about that little thing. Now it looks like Kylo Ren and Poe might get into a combat here because of his the way his ship is, and where they at out in space. It looks like they might get into a confrontation where they're battling each other, and we'll see who the greatest pilot is. But in this film, Poe Dameron's his arc is the fact that he needs to grow up. Poe is a flyboy, Mr. Pilot, all the skills, can do everything, reckless. And that's all he is, the world's greatest pilot. But Leia sees so much potential in Poe and thinks he needs to take a more responsible role in the rebellion. Top Gun Poe. So when you see Poe give that statement, you start seeing something extra. Then here it is. You see Finn, who has one of those Imperial weapons, as he goes in to battle Phasma. This is his arc. Because you got to understand, Finn's character is not Bobby Brown. Finn's character, he's in disguise and went to get himself inside of the First Order. Who would know it better than Finn? And I'm like, how do they let Finn sneak in and nobody recognizes him again? What's up, Mr. Marquez? So, anyway, but Finn's job was he sneaks in with his new girlfriend, the Asian chick. Everybody hoped that he would be Lando's, Lando Calrissian's son or something, that's wishful thinking. Oh, that's not a lightsaber. That's the same. That's a weapon that they use. The First Order. The same one that was used against him when he was whipping it around. It's like a glow rod. And now he's battling Phasma because, see, that's his arc. He never was part of the rebellion. His thing was escaping the First Order. That was his whole goal. It's not, I want to lead a rebellion. I know what they're doing. He was part of them. He doesn't like the command. He's not going to, his arc is going to be, I'm mad at the whole organization and who was in charge of me. Kylo Ren was not the one that was his main enemy. His main enemy was Phasma. That's the one he saw all the time. It's like at your job. If you mad at somebody, it's not normally the owner of the company, who you probably don't see. You see the person that's telling you what to do all the time. And that's Phasma. So that's his arc right there. So when he come in there, the person he want to get into it with is Phasma. As he collides with Phasma, and she always wears her helmet, like her mask. In the books, it always said as a child, she wore masks all the time. And she was always a cunning warrior. So we will see how that plays out with her battle with Finn. And some Game of Thrones looking characters pop up in here. Some Snow Ice looking dogs. Look like they're running from the actual pain that's getting ready to come. and Leia could sense what's happening. As Luke is telling Rey, look, this is not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. You losing your mind if you think that this is how it's gonna play out. No way. And as you see the new forces, as they get ready for combat, they got all their weapons there. They're getting ready to go to war. You see, this is like the start when they're getting ready to do their main invasion. As you can see, they have those AT-ATs in the back. They got a lot of stuff back there. This is great artwork. This is right before the Battle of Crate, when they go there and do battle. That might be General Hux right there. Yes, this was mostly ran, and Star Wars is based off the German Nazis. As you can see, each commander, one of them has a red patch, which means he is team leader. Red patch, team leader. Team leader. And see, they... Sorry about that. They are against anybody who acquiesces in disorder. Their whole thing is structure, order, the German way. As you see, the war on Crate has started. And it looks like they're shooting out this red dust, mostly as a smoke screen, so that the defense is more like a defense. It's like shooting out tear gas. Absolutely. And there's our image of the Commander Snoke as he tells Rey, as he's bending her in half, fulfill your destiny. There's the Force is just running through her. And this is the scene right here that I have talked about in the past, that he's going to turn Rey and can get inside her mind, use his Force abilities to control her and turn her against Luke. And she's going to end up fighting Luke Skywalker. And Luke's going to fight her and Kylo Ren. And then Kylo's going to end up turning and becoming a Jedi, or turning to the light or whatever. And Rey is going to be so confused by the end of this, she might end up teaming up with Kylo Ren. As she's saying, I need someone to help me out. I don't know where I belong in this Star Wars story. Can somebody tell me, who am I supposed to be in this situation? And it looks as if she's talking to Kylo Ren. And you can see all the fire, the despair, everything's burnt down. If this is the case, this might be two different scenes shot together. But as you can see, this scene that you're looking at with Kylo Ren, you can tell this is near the end. Because his band-aid is off his face. He looks like he's in a pool of sweat. Fire is all around. You do have the scar. You just don't have that band-aid on it anymore. Under Armour handling tape. That's funny. Now, a lot of people are saying he's extending his arm for Rey to join the dark side. He already sent her an invitation the first time and she sliced him across the face. Now, you think you're going to do that again? This is Star Wars using misdirection again. And he extends his hand. And as Kylo Ren extends his hand out, the hand is out. The crawl comes up, and there's the title crawl. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Everyone's on the hook now. Tickets sold out immediately. And your boy Karceno has tickets to the special event. If there might be some available for the other 3D shows, like the regular Star Wars shows. But do you have tickets to the special event? Not the one that's showing the two movies in one. There's a special event where there's exclusive content, 1 hour of Star Wars content for Star Wars fans. It's only playing in selected theaters. And it's one night only. So what we're about to see is basically the exclusive content is going to be the premiere. We're going to have probably premiere footage live for 1 hour, which starts at 6 o'clock at night. Some theaters have this in regular 3D. I have it in IMAX. Find out the locations and definitely get there for the exclusive Star Wars main event. No, that's a whole nother special event. Yes, it's exclusive content. We don't know what the exclusive content's going to be. They didn't show us. But for that ticket alone is $35. You're paying $35 for that ticket. And that's just for one. This is for Star Wars fans only. You get free popcorn and a large drink with the ticket. It comes with a souvenir and the exclusive content. And plus, that theater is going to have me there. The girl I cheated on. I don't know what you talking about. But yes, I am taking a female to see Star Wars for the first time. It's going down. You either come to the dark side or you're going to perish like the rest of them. I will be ready. Oh no, she's a Star Wars fan. But I don't know what all she's watched. But I tell you one thing, if she thinks of ruining my movie any kind of way, or she's going to be late, or my hair ain't done, she gets left. That's the discipline. That's just how it works. Cuddle and Star Wars? Who said it wasn't, Ronnie? Now I gotta go back to my Jedi training.